Hi friends, Robin here from Cheese from Scratch. So today I have a little bit of an experiment to do. So I have this jar of cream in my fridge. It's from May 2nd. What day is it now? It's like the 12th, 13th maybe. So that cream's pretty old. It's a couple weeks old. Usually I would like add that cream into baking or something. It's pretty thick by now. Oh, it still spins, but it might even be like almost sour cream by now. So usually I would add it into baking or something like that, but somebody had messaged me on Instagram and I can't remember who it was. Usually I take a screenshot of these things, but I can't find the screenshot. So if this was you that messaged me and told me to do this, leave me a comment below so that I can properly give you the credit for this idea. So they told me, whoever messaged me told me that their mom used to make ghee by just using cream. They wouldn't churn that, or she wouldn't churn that cream into butter before she started cooking it down. All she would do was she actually used frozen cream, and then she would just cook it down slowly in a pot on the pan, and it would eventually turn into ghee. So I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I want to try that today. So usually, with sour, like cream that's a little bit older, I won't make it into butter because it just is going to have a bit of like a rancid taste, and I don't like the taste of really strong butter. So usually I'll turn it into ghee or I will add it into baking. But today I'm just going to try this and see if it works. So I'm going to put this into a pan, and hopefully at the end it turns into nice, beautiful ghee. I don't know how long it will take though. It might take all day. So I'm excited to see, and if this works, like this could be really cool to just have a pot of cream hanging out on the stove, just slowly simmering down. When I thought about it at first, when the person told me, I was like, no way. Like if you cooked down cream, it would just turn into like something like thick, like what milk does when you cook it down. But as I thought about it more, I'm like, oh no, the fat content is high enough in it that that fat should rise to the top and the solid should cook down at the bottom and be kind of solid at the bottom, and the fat should be at the top. That's my theory. I don't know. So we'll see if it works today, and if it does, this could be revolutionary for my ghee making. So the first thing I'm going to do is put it in a pot, and I'm going to put it in a pretty wide, like a pretty big pot, this 1 quart thing, because I think that will help it cook down quicker. I don't know if that's kind of my theory, because when I make ghee, like out of butter, I usually make it in a pretty big pot because it will cook down quicker. So I'm going to put it on here. My sour cream, let's see what it smells like. I can't even get the lid off. It's so crusted on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it smells strong. It smells like, it's not sour cream yet. It's not thick like it, but it smells sour. So, nice raw cream, raw. Ooh, it looks so nice. This is like the nice thing. Like, there is nothing worse than letting thing of cream go bad. Nothing worse than it, because you just feel so awful about wasting that amazing good cream. There's nothing worse than it. So I hope this works. Okay, so I'm going to turn the heat. I'm going to keep getting this out, and I'm going to turn the heat to maybe I'll start and get it to like a boil, and we'll see, or not like a boil, like kind of like pretty hot. I'll start at like medium, and then I'll start to just simmer it. That's what I'm going to do. We'll see if it works. I think I'm going to have to be really careful I don't burn this. But if you've watched my other ghee video where I turn, like I do my regular ghee, I burned that one. So it was toasted ghee. But you know what? That ghee was so good. We ate it right up. It was really good on popcorn because it was like toasted. That ghee from that video. Usually I'm looking for a nice golden color though. Not that brown toasty color. So right now it is 9:42. So we're gonna see how long this takes. We'll see how long it takes, how it tastes, if it works. All of those things I will keep you posted on. Alright, so it started to heat up quite a bit. I was kind of hearing some little bubbles. I didn't really see any, but I was hearing some little bubbles, like it was gonna start to think about boiling. So I turned down the heat to like medium low. And you can see there's a little bit of a color change, like melted fat almost on the top. So we'll see. Alright, so 12:21, it's been a few hours. and this has just been simmering on low. It's starting to look different. There's been some moments where I'm like, no way this is gonna work. But I kind of just heard like a little bit, I was sitting over on the couch and I heard a little bit of more of a sputter than it was doing before. And so now it's kind of looking a little bit different. Things are starting to happen slightly. So I don't know if this is going to work, but it's looking different now than it was looking before. So I'm going to turn it down even a little bit more. And we will see. It is starting to look like ghee. So you can see there's a little bit of fat there. It's starting to look a little bit more like it's going to turn into ghee. Right now at this point I'm just having to be a little bit more careful because it's trying to burn a little bit onto the bottom of the pot. So I'm just being a little bit more careful. Come back a little bit more, and there's a sound change as well. There's more bubbling, more kind of sizzling than there was before. So it's starting. It looks like custard right now, kind of greasy custard. Starting to look nice and golden now. You can see there's almost ready to probably strain pretty soon. I was kind of waiting for like a foam because you know there's like that foam when you make ghee usually. There hasn't been a foam. I think the foam is encompassed in all of this, so I might just have to strain it out. We'll see. I'm going to go a little farther and see, but the ghee is definitely there. Surrounded by all this other stuff. All the solids. Oh, really? Okay, 157. So it's taken on a new look now. Every time I turn around, it seems like it's doing something different. So right now, all the ghee is kind of above on the surface, and the stuff on the bottom, which used to be kind of formed, is kind of now like mush. So now I'm thinking I'm going to go farther. It's like caramel mush on the bottom. I'm wondering if I should have strained. At this point, I'm wondering if I should have strained when it was not like caramel mush. But we will see. I might have gone too far, if that's a possibility. I don't know. Alright, so now I have foam, but I no longer have ghee. What I have is like brown butter. It's like caramel sauce. And there's no difference between the fat and the solids in it. So I think I went too far. I think I should have strained it when it was, when I showed you before, when I could like definitively see the ghee. So I think what this is just going to be brown butter. So I'm going to actually put some sugar in here and make this into caramel sauce, because this looks so delicious, and I'm afraid that if I go farther, I'm going to actually ruin it. So I think that I need to take it now, and I need to just add some sugar in and make just a really nice, yummy, buttery caramel sauce is what I'm going to do. So last decision, is this really what I want to do? Do I really want to add this sugar in? Yeah, I'm going to add it in. I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think there's any going back from here. I think I went too far. So I'm going to add this, about a 1/4 cup of sugar in and just make this into caramel. So I'll just cook it down a little farther, then I'll pour it into a jar, and it's going to be really yummy, I can tell. Hey guys, how's it going? So I screwed up, and I think that's just become like the theme of my ghee videos. I'm not making a ghee video if I haven't screwed up. So I have been cooking this ghee all day. It is 2:20 right now. I put it in, what time did I put it in at the beginning of this video? Whatever time I said that was at the beginning of the video. So it's been like a long time that this ghee has been cooking down, and it was starting to look promising there at the end. I was kind of talking you guys through how I was like, yeah, it's like separating ghee, it's actually gonna do it. I was so excited, and then I kind of let it go too far, and I was like, oh no, I've ruined it, it's done. Like I have to make it into something else now, because it was just kind of all like one like homogenized paste of like caramel sauce is what it looked like. So I added in some sugar. I was like, well, it's not a total waste. I'll have caramel sauce. So I added in a little bit of sugar. I cooked it down a little farther. Added in some vanilla because I was like, ooh, that'll be super yummy. And then I poured it into a jar. And that was about 10 minutes ago. And this is what has happened with my jar. You can see the ghee has risen to the top. So I made ghee, but I screwed it up because I didn't think I made ghee. And so this is a lesson to me that it can be done. This is a lesson that making ghee out of cream can be done. I just underestimated it. I didn't think it was going to happen. And it happened. So I'm very excited about this. So now this is like vanilla, sugared, sweetened ghee on the top of there. And the cheese stuff underneath, the solids underneath, are really good. So what I thought had happened was I thought that basically the milk solids had kind of absorbed all the fat. I thought that they had just been fried up and absorbed it all in. That's what I kind of thought had happened. But evidently no. Or if it did, it's settled to the bottom, the sediment, and the ghee has come to the top. So anyways, I've got about a little less than a pint of this ghee sweetened vanilla mixture. I'm going to use this for something. I don't know what I'll use it for. But this is cool because it means that you can make ghee out of just cream without churning at all. And it makes so much sense. The one thing that really surprised me during the whole process was there wasn't that foam at the top that you're usually skimming off. I was looking for that. I was looking for that as kind of my milestone. Okay, we're getting there. We're almost close. And I didn't see the foam until the end when I was this isn't going to work out. This is all kind of homogenized together. It's not going to work out. So that's when I saw the foam. And by that point, I thought it was a lost cause. So I think not looking for the foam as your milestone is probably the best. As soon as you see that the ghee is formed, that first stage where I was like, maybe I should take it now, that's when I should have taken it, I think. So I'll have to do a little bit more experimenting with this, but it's cool to know that you can do that. I've had a little bit of this stuff at the bottom. It's really good. It is a little bit sour, but it's really good. So thank you guys for watching my video, even though I have always screwed up ghee. So subscribe to me to know how not to make ghee and to know all sorts of other cheese making things, dairy processing, milk cows, homestead cheese making, all of those things. There's a new video every Monday that I post, and let me know below if you have ever tried to make ghee with just cream with no churning, and how did it go? Where did you take it at? Because I'm really curious to know if I should have taken it earlier or if I should have just left it as was and just let the ghee settle to the top. So I'm not sure where I should have taken it, what I've done wrong, but I'm excited to keep experimenting with this. And that is totally dairy processing and learning. Hi Gus. And learning dairy skills. There is so much to learn, and you're always making mistakes, but your mistakes are rarely. There's cheese.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese.
You're always making mistakes, but your mistakes are rarely ruined. Hi. Do you like cheese, Gus?
Hi, cheese.
Do you like cheese?
Hi, cheese. Hi, cheese. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Can you say goodbye?
Hi.
All right. Bye, guys. We'll see you next Monday, where hopefully I'm doing something more productive than making half ghee.
Hi.